My name is Milana, and I'm inviting you to have a peek inside of my anxiety playlist. I use music for my anxiety because, let's be honest, there's not always going to be somebody around to help you through all of your anxiety attacks and the up and down roller coaster that anxiety puts you through. So what I like to do is use music to kind of calm my roller coaster down because I actually have very high anxiety. So I use music to calm that. And I also kind of put it in like my anxiety mood swing categories. So I'm going to give you my top 5 songs for each category. I promise you it will all make sense. Just keep watching. Let's get started. So the first category I have is Get Out of My Head. When my anxiety is at its highest point, it always starts in my head. I begin to second guess what I'm doing. Am I making the right decision? Is this the right path for me? And when all of those thoughts begin to form, I always put on Get Up 10 by Cardi B. Yes, I'm starting this off ratchet, but this song really does it for me. In this song, she's literally saying, knock me down 9 times, but I get up 10. Bitch. That's what she's saying. And I love that. And it just gets me out of my head and just be like, all right, you got this. You can fight this. Hey, calm down, sis. Next is Rose in Harlem by Tiana Taylor. Fly by Nicki Minaj. Put Your Records On by Corinne Bailey Rae. This kind of like my little like hippie song. I like that song. And Follow the Sun by India.Arie. I'm just going to start by saying this right now, and India.Arie is all through this playlist. I absolutely love her music. All of her music inspires me in a different way. If you are not listening to India.Arie, you sleeping, poo. Period. Like, get it together. Her music is encouraging, uplifting. I could listen to her album, any one of her albums actually, and get through every emotion that anxiety brings to me just by listening to India.Arie. I absolutely love her. So my next category is encourage. So when I'm trying to get out of my head, I need encouragement to get out of my head, right? So I always start with Bigger by Beyonce and the Lions. Yes, I said Beyonce and the Lions. They should not have put her in the movie or on the soundtrack thing if they did not want the whole franchise now to be called Beyonce and the Lions. I always listen to this song just because Bigger just reminds me everything that I'm doing is bigger than me. What I want to do is bigger than me. And it constantly pushes me and keeps me going to just be like, okay, you could do this. Get out of your head. Keep pushing. Keep going. Don't let anything that is superficial, basically, to stop you. Next song that I like to listen to is Walking Shoes by Mali Music. Worthy by India.Arie. I told y'all, like, she all through here. High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. I like this song because it be like, Mama said, and it just reminds me of all the things that my mom said. She is my biggest supporter, my #1 fan, and always pushing me and encouraging me to do better. And that song always reminds me of the things she told me and spoke to me. And last but not least is One Man Can Change the World by Big Sean. My next category is anger and mood swings. I probably use this category the most. I probably play these songs the most. I'm a Cancer. We are emotional. We don't know what to do with ourselves. What do you want from me? So I always start with some Hate on Me by Jill Scott. Self-explanatory. Don't Touch My Hair by Solange. Now, I do not want you to touch my hair, but that is not the reason why I like this song. I like this song because of the symbolism behind it. Yes, don't touch my hair, but don't touch my soul. Don't touch my crown. Don't touch me. And in today's society and with anxiety on 10, all of that can make you feel not good enough, not worthy enough. And this song just pulls me out of that just slumpness of sadness and brings me back up and just be like, I am enough. I am worthy. This world will not get the best of me. And if all of that doesn't work, Element by Kendrick Lamar. Next, I like Nightmare by Halsey. Homegirl's Anger Calms Me Down. and Down by Chloe and Halle. And the category is love. Is this a heart? Ugh, I've never been good at those things. Next category, self-love. I always start this category off with Brown Skin Girls by Beyonce and Blue Ivy. Ever since this song came up, it absolutely shot up to my #1 spot for me. Just because when anxiety is attacking you, anxiety makes you not feel good enough, not feel loved. You don't love yourself properly. You don't treat yourself properly. You're down on yourself. You're in a slump. So when I put on these songs, it just reminds me to, take that time out. Take that time out to love myself. Run, my bath water. Put some candles on. Put some good, soft, tranquil music on if that's what you're into. But at the end of the day, love yourself and do not let anxiety take that much away from you where you forget to love and be you. Next, I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw. I Am Moana by Moana. I may just like this song just because it sounds like Moana. Do not judge me where I get my inspiration from. Moana is an amazing movie with an amazing message, and I draw self-love from it, darn it. Next is Cash Shit by Megan Thee Stallion. Once again, do not judge me where I get my encouragement and love from. Megan reminds me to be a pimp, do these dudes how they do you, always be about the bag, period. And yeah, Hot Girl Summer. And last but not least, I Am Not My Hair by India.Arie. The guidance category is possibly my favorite category out of all of these, just because this category reminds me of who's in control, who really is on my side. This is where I put all of my spiritual music at to really just guide me in the right direction and not let anxiety control me to the point where I just feel absolutely lost. I always start with No Weapons by Fred Hammond. This has been in my playlist since I was a little girl. If it's not in your playlist, get it up in there. It helps. It brings you to an amazing point and an amazing relationship with God, and understanding that nothing will prosper without his works or doing. Next, I like Finish Line by Chance. Just because Chance has a lot of spiritual music, yes, he is a rapper, but if you really just sit down and listen to his music, it has a lot of spiritual meaning behind it, a great message behind it. Well, not all of his music, but this song in particular does have that, and I absolutely love it. Next is Cycles by Jonathan McReynolds. I'm Getting Ready by Tasha Cobbs. Did not know the gospel rap could go so hard. Nicki Minaj verse in this song, everything. And last but not least, through all these categories, I always listen to this song probably maybe once a day almost. If not once a day, probably every other day actually, which is I Can't Give Up Now by Mary Mary. This is my favorite song, has been my favorite song for years now. And it constantly just reminds me, do not give up. Always keep going, keep pushing, because if you don't, you will never get to see what's on the other side, and you will never get to see God's blessing. I absolutely love that song just for that message just behind it. It just always brings me back and calms me. It kind of brings my anxiety to the normal level that it lives at. I hope you enjoy having a peek inside of my anxiety playlist. If you do not know some of the songs that were mentioned, I will be doing yoga moves on my Instagram account using the hashtag anxiety playlist. And also, if you wish to have your own anxiety playlist and would love to show me, DM me or message me and using the hashtag anxiety playlist, and maybe I can fill a couple songs. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace and blessings.